Welcome to our field trip. This is where we're going to work outside. It's the last. Hopefully, this will be something where you'll be able to enjoy the good weather while we have it. I'm set up here in a park. You guys can set up anywhere around your house. This is a park near my house. I essentially rode my bike, put all this stuff in my basket. Set myself up here. Again, setting myself up in a space where I can have a foreground, middle ground, and background. So, set myself near this tree that you see off to here, which would be my foreground object. That tree in the middle ground, of course, with the fence, and then the lake, and of course the horizon with the trees that's in the background, of course, would be where I'm going to deal with. My materials essentially is going to be the vine charcoal to do these exercises. Again, 4 studies. And for these studies, you're going to be quick, you're going to be loose. Everything is going to stay somewhat gestural. Maybe even the landscape should even look out of focus at first. I also have my sunglasses. I also decided for this module I'd wear my shirt, appropriate for the occasion as well. So we'll get started. With my vine charcoal, I'm going to start in the background. And I want to kind of work as if I don't see the rest of the stuff, So I see that horizon of the lake back there. I'm going to set that horizon upon. That's essentially where it's sitting in my eye level. And this doesn't have to be exact. I'm not trying to draw every house back there or every little limb on a tree. This is abstract, and it should be, right? And then I kind of work my way to the shoreline where I can see a little bit of a edge there. And blend it back with my hand. I can kind of sort of see the shape of the lake as it's moving. This way I see this sort of the water splitting back this way. Of course, now my tree is going to take, and that fence is going to take up a little bit of this portion into here. And it's okay. I mean, I will say that it's perfectly fine for these things to overlap. And it's okay if it doesn't match perfect. Who cares? As Bob Ross say, this is your world. Right? However you're using this is of course working plein air. So we're dealing with the elements. You want to dress appropriately. Wear shorts if it's hot, sunglasses as you can see I'm wearing, so I'm not squinting my eyes out here. A hat, suntan lotion. We're getting into we're in that summer month, so it's going to be hot. I'm working in my foreground, so I have this foreground and I have my background. Now the middle ground I can start to establish, and you see this tree that's off to the side there. And that tree is even going to kind of overlap with this one, and it's going to even run off the page. As a matter of fact, I even just see a few limbs, maybe even taking up from there. And then from this point, this is where my fence is going to be. It's going to sort of roll it. The fence is even somewhat falling down, so not going to be this perfectly straight line either. It's going to be this. Again, just sort of working. I see cattails. Well, it's all about your variety of marks. What kind of marks are you using to do this? Then I can start to work where I see light and shadow. I'm going to switch to a little bit smaller of a piece of vine charcoal. Do some of this work. More contrast is going to be built into the foreground, less in the background. Of course, lighting is going to change. does. Not a big deal. Now these trees that are in the foreground, these objects, I want to see a little more detailed. So I might even see these spots that, and I might want to even draw some of those spots into here. So the exercises you're going to do 4 of these. From those 4, you'll pick one, and then you'll come back and you'll continue to work on that one. And of course, even switching paper, switching to a vine charcoal, then into charcoal pencil, Conte crayon. You can start to see the development of the space. That's what we're drawing here. Different than a still life, or even where you have a controlled object where you can put lighting on it. Now we're dealing with drawing it, creating that illusion of space, foreground, middle ground, background. And that's what this exercise is about, is you coming out to these spaces and looking for those things and then drawing those. And then once you do those exercises, then picking that one and working into that last, and creating that more finished drawing that you would see on there. If you have questions, of course, email me. You can get on my Zoom office hours. Snap a photograph of what you've done. I mean, even maybe snap a photograph of where you're thinking of going, and I can give you some feedback as far as, well, that might work, that might not work. And then, you'll be able to work from there. So, good luck. Can't wait to see what the results are.